tiny house, man. I'm out here with my boy, man. Hey, one time for that boy DJ Strong Arm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he doing big things in the Carolinas, big things in Kentucky. He doing big things in Pennsylvania. He doing big things in California. He doing big things all over the world, man. So if you're an independent artist, make sure you tapped in with him, man, because he's on that 83.9 FM. You know what I'm saying? Everything major in the Carolinas right now. Hey, we all talking about unity in the community. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to be in a united stance, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be united, lock in with my boy Tessalini, man. Hey, I'm just out here on this YouTube. I'm out here on Facebook. You know, he getting ready to do an interview with me. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we live. Look at it, boy. That shit cooking right now. Cooking like grease. You know what I'm saying? Hey, eating that fat, greasy meat. DJ Surplus, man. One time for the ladies out here, man. Hey, we doing it for the trap. Hey, but look, man, check this out, man. They watching me live on motherfucker. Look, cooking like grease. You know what it is. Yo. All right.
So, all right, let's get to it. DJ Surplus.
Yes, sir.
All right. Waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. So, this is DJ Strong Arm, Pennsylvania. Matter of fact, let me step on this side for a second. What's going on, everybody? DJ Strong Arm, Chevin Tessalini Kelly, right here with DJ Surplus. We about to mix it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Together we rise, divided you already know how it rock. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, we're at the tiny house, man. Come out here and get your car detailed, man. Hey, come out here, man. Have a good time, man. Sit in this little bitty ass chair and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, emancipate yourself, you know, from mental slavery, Bob Marley type shit, truth over skin color type shit, man. You see what it is, man. RISE, rise to the top, man. Stop playing.
So DJ Surplus, let's get to it, man. I got some questions to ask you.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready to answer. Ready to answer these questions.
Hey, we're going to put it in God's hands, not my hands.
First and foremost, this is, you know, the Rise People Petition, you know, hosting the detailed conversation by Polititainment. So, DJ Surplus, first question is, what made you want to get into DJing?
Man, when I was young, man, I just loved music, man. I used to, you know, play all the music around the house, you know, wherever I could hear music, you know, I play it. You know, I started out playing DJing really about 8 years old, man. You know, not necessarily the DJ like you have in New York and other places like that. Although I had New York music at 8 years old in Kentucky, man. So, you know, I was locked in, but I didn't have the equipment that all them people had. I didn't have all them records. I didn't have all that. But I had the tapes, the mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? You know, DJ Cool Herc, DJ Red Alert, you know, all that kind of stuff, man. I knew about that at a very young age.
Do you remember the store that you went to get that stuff? Do you remember the name and place?
Oh,
you know, back then, you know, we weren't streaming back then.
It was
you know?
people that came in from different cities, man, that had it, and then I'd get it and then do box to box with it, you know.
So you was catching the bootleggers.
Oh, man, anybody who had the music, I got the music from them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward to today, right? You're into the independent scene. Where did that passion come from? Like, what was it that you heard in your life that made you say, ooh, independent music, you know, independent artists. Let me check that out.
Yeah, what made me get so heavily involved with independent music is definitely Tip, Miss Tip. She's an artist here in South Carolina.
Okay.
You know, she was having a birthday party. You know, I was DJing trap music, club music, all that kind of stuff. And Miss Tip was like, man, I want you to DJ for me. And I was like, well, shit, you know, she said, she already had a DJ, but then she, I guess, canceled that DJ, but we the DJ for her. And from that point on, I was like, shoot, hey, if she believe in me that much, I'm going to believe in them like they believe in me. You know what I'm saying?
So it was one of those, the next day they come to work.
Yeah.
So I got you. They called me in.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, when she said that, man, next thing you know, you got to realize I already been a football player, been a star. Right. You know, I used to give out autographs, all that kind of stuff. I said, man, look, I'm going to give back. You know what I'm saying? I believe in giving back, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's get into the football situation.
Yeah.
Since you said that, let's go on and get right to that.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jealous because I was a hell of a football player myself.
Okay. What position you play, man?
I was a tailback and a fullback.
Yeah, I was a tailback
and a
wingback.
Yeah, you know, and I started out when I was like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah,
so
that's my boy Strong on. I'm talking about he was a tailback and
fullback, tailback,
all that speed.
Yeah, I done been on some defeated teams and some undefeated teams.
Okay,
and I'm used to being a star
and winning.
So when I saw all your football footage and realized that, you know, I recorded over mine for Mary J. Blige videos. Yeah. I was like, hey, you know, you play football, and you look like you was actually a pretty popular character, like a pretty popular football player. Tell us about your football career. Like, you know, when did you get into football, and when did you peak out, and why did you leave?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Probably, like I said, everything at the early age, you know, because when you come from the projects, all you got is a way to express yourself is through athletics, music, you know, academics, and those kind of things. So, you know, I was focused on school. I never missed a day of high school, never missed a day of middle school, never missed a day of middle school or grade school. None of it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get an award for any of that?
Oh, yeah. I definitely got an award for it. You know what the award was?
Yeah.
Lunch and breakfast.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have liked you in school.
Yeah.
I would be like, man, he always getting the award.
Yeah. But no, I got lunch and breakfast, and that's why I did that. You see what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no awards back then. They didn't give you no pizza. They didn't give you no gold star, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I did it because I had to get me something to eat. You feel me? And I used to look at my other friends and stuff. I'd be like, man, why y'all skipping school and what y'all doing? Because how y'all getting food? Where y'all eating at? You know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, these mothers are crazy.
You like
know what I'm saying? So I had to eat my food, man.
You was the partner that liked school.
Hey, but while I was there, you know what I'm saying, I picked up on the motherfucking education. You know what I'm saying? So, then as far as football is concerned, you know, I guess I was always faster than everybody else. You know, I was always bigger than everybody else, and and I got a chance to prove myself from grade school all the way up to high school. You know, being an All-American. You know what I'm saying? Being first team this, first team that.
So you were All-American.
A true All-American, and you know, it's all written down. I mean, because one thing about me, if I said it, then I done it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you understand. If I tell you something, you can count on it. You know what I'm saying? They're getting a free scholarship. You know, they're coming from the project.
You got a full ride.
Full ride. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, it's a continuous scholarship. And, you know, we didn't get no NILs back then, you know what I'm saying? Because could you imagine me with an NIL?
You know what?
I promise you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because that gives me a whole nother question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the NIL deals? Like, knowing that you were a college player, that's what you wanted, but y'all couldn't get. Y'all got in trouble for accepting money.
Right.
So,
I never accepted no money.
Yeah. How does it feel now?
I feel like, you know, we are like pioneers, just like black people are pioneers in the United States, you know, because we was indigenous people already here. Right. But what I'm saying is, I feel like a pioneer that, you know, I was misused and mistreated by, you know, not giving any monetary funds for my excellence as an athlete. And I feel like, you know, I did earn a master's degree with a 3.77 GPA. So I did take advantage of the opportunity, but I still feel like, you know, hey, whether it's reparations for slavery, reparations for football, reparations for anything that y'all motherfuckers owe me money for, I'm here right now. Drop that shit off.
How does DJ Surplus feel about reparations?
Reparations is something that needs to be done now. The check needs to be cut, and the people that's in Congress, the old people that's in the government, need to move out. Let the young people in, and let them propose to the government a way to solve this crisis. Because if we don't get no money, and the people that don't have money, if we don't start leveling out the economics in this world and around this country, it's going to be total chaos. Are you ready for another civil war in 2028, 2029? Whatever it is going to be, there's going to be another civil war if we don't regulate and help the people that struggled all their lives, man.
All right, civil war. Let's get to it, man. Listen, this is a great interview. I hope. hope y'all paying attention. This is a good one.
DJ Surplus. Let's go.
Strong
arm entertainment, man.
Okay, so listen, Civil War, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. He's not here. He's with his grandma.
Yeah, you see what it is. We live out here, man. One time for Shorty Wop, man. Hey, live 365.
Who you got there? Who you got there?
83.9 FM. You know, we out here on the porch right now. DJ Surplus. Hey, talking to my dog. Yeah, we on this 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us,
that's your interview.
Pause on the other question. Tell me about the station. Let it, because I know everybody's watching. Man. Let's talk about the station.
Well, the thing about the station is, just like with everything else, everything Surplus do is fully official and legit. You know what I'm saying? So you can Google 83.9 FM right now. Google that in your server and, you know, let me know what you think about it. Then you can also email me at djsurplus1084@gmail.com. If you Google the station and you like, you know, the platform and you email me a track and you want to be a part of the radio station, it's only $20 a week or $60 a month to advertise and promote your music. After that, your music spins for free. So it ain't no charge for you to have your music spending because, you know, ain't no payola in the music business. What it is, you're paying for your advertising and your marketing.
Yes, yeah. And we about to get to that in a second. Before we get there, I want to ask you this question. You mentioned Civil War.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the moment right now we're in is a Civil War?
Nah, man, this ain't no.
What do you think this is?
Right now, this is just an awakening of people that's been dormant and sleep for, you know, millions, like say 500 to say 1,000 years.
Right.
You know, so they just been asleep, and now they starting to wake up, and then the people that's got money are starting to realize that, hey, you know, hey, the things you've been doing has been incorrect. Right. You know, you've been taking advantage of people for far too long, and people are tired of it.
So you think this is bigger than like oil and things like that?
Say what now?
You think this is bigger than like oil and things like that? You think this is more of an awakening?
Right. It's going to be like a reset. You know what I'm saying? Just like they reset from in the Bible, and just like they reset with Noah, just like they reset with all these situations, now it's going to be the reset. And thank you, Donald Trump. It's because of you that this is the opportunity, because of your bigotry and your, you know, disdain towards people of color, which helped you get to where you're at. And you know that's what happened. Yeah. Because, you know, he had all kind of support from black people, you know, early in his career.
So how do you feel about that with the Donald Trump situation? Like, because I watch your page a lot, and at times it seems like you're in support of, or may have been, and then now it seems like a disappointment. So where do you stand with him as a president?
Oh, well, I don't support any type of president. Abraham Lincoln, I don't support him. Barack Obama, I don't support him. Bill Clinton, I don't support him. Because Bill Clinton is the reason why we're in this economic crisis as it is too now. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what, to me, Paul's on the situation sounds like you're a peopletician, because you know we do represent the rise.
Right.
It sounds to me like you're a peopletician.
Right. I feel like this. You need a Republican. If you're gonna have a president, you need a Republican president and a Democratic vice president.
Right.
Or if you're gonna have a Democratic president, you need a Republican vice president.
So you need to have the left arm and the right arm of the body.
If you're doing it for each other, if you out here fighting to separate everybody, of course you're gonna have a Republican against Democrat.
You know what, Surplus?
Lifestyle.
You might have come up with something different.
Right.
That would be great.
Yeah.
What if we were actually to say we don't want a vice president and a president of the same category, of the same party anymore?
It don't make sense.
Whoever wins the presidency, we have the opposite of that on the vice president.
And you pick that person.
And now we have an equal balance of the conversation that's happening.
And that's happening daily. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I think Surplus then found something.
Y'all better stop playing with Surplus, man. We trying to do something big.
We got to get Surplus.
Hey, we at the motherfucking tiny house, man. You hearing stuff that ain't never been heard before. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to your DJing situation.
Shout out to my boy K-Dog tapping in, man. Shout out to my boy Jeffrey Johnson tapping in, man. Hey, Jose, what's good, man? Yeah, man, I'm out here just talking at the tiny house with DJ Strong Arm. Get your music to Strong Arm.
Yeah, man, you already know. So, let's talk about the DJ.
Yeah.
You are right now, from what I see, the most popular, not one of, but the most popular DJ on the independent scene.
Man, you said I'm the most popular DJ on the independent scene
in the southeast.
In the southeast.
In the southeast.
Well,
I'm
look,
be,
man.
and that's why I say the independent scene, because
Well,
there's a lot of DJs.
There's so many DJs. It's like trillions of DJs in the world.
But I've never seen a DJ that believes in the independent scene.
The only reason I believe in
the
them,
way you do.
The only reason I believe in them is because they believe in me. If y'all didn't believe in me, I couldn't believe in you.
But what brought you here, though? Man. Like, you know, everybody doesn't just wake up and say, I want to be a DJ for the independent artists. So,
bro,
what caused that?
Bro, I'm trying to be the Berry Gordy of the South. I'm trying to be the Motown of the Carolinas, to push the Central Carolinas all the way out throughout the world, man. And the thing is, I want people to be treated the right way, not the Diddy way. I want people to be treated the right way, not
what is the Diddy way?
Like the Epstein way. You know what I'm saying? The Fugazi type stuff. What we trying to do is be wholesome. You know, that's why people don't like me, because I don't have no controversy. I do the best I can to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at her. I don't care about what they doing. I don't worry about what he did. I don't worry about what she did. I don't talk about nobody's business. I don't worry about nobody's business. Only thing I focus on is what? DJ Surplus. And my focus is getting the artist where a record could be broken and we can make millions and bring it back to the cities, bring it back to the states, bring it back to other places and build more of the same thing. And as I see, you know, as it's going now, you know, even though ain't no money involved, people get in their feelings, and they need to stop doing that. They got to stop getting in their feelings and downing each other and trying to put each other in a bad light, because they are elevating. So the people that's watching you and you're elevating, you got to tell them, look, man, hey, hold on that. You know, hey, if I hurt you in any way, if I offended you in any way by my success, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, see, the thing with that, Surplus, is like, this is entertainment. And often when you live in a place like we live in, South Carolina and Columbia, they don't have the Hollywood perception. They have a perception of Hollywood. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they don't have, I'm going to say that again, they don't have the Hollywood perception.
Right.
They have the perception of Hollywood.
Right.
So they don't have the actual experience of what being Hollywood is like, so they just make assumptions on
how
what Hollywood is.
Right.
And what happens is, unfortunately, when people in the independent game, and I've been in it for 25, 26 years now, like, what happens is people, oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like that. What happens is people start feeling like they want to create a scene, where no scene is necessary,
right?
Because they get a little bit of
clout,
they get a little bit of clout,
right? Little pub.
They done got some people saying, "Oh, your song is great,
right?
Oh, you the shit, you the next one, you the one." And then what happens is everybody that put those or help put those people where they're at, everybody that help place those people where they're at, become an enemy automatically, because sad. Now they figure, and that's because of where we're at. Because they have a perception of Hollywood.
Well, listen, man.
But they don't understand how it works.
I feel like I can lead a horse to the water and make them drink. You know why? Because I'm going to create the thirst that the horse needs to automatically say, damn, I better drink this water. You feel me?
Right.
So stop with all the negativity.
But you already know what they say. You can lead a horse to water.
But you can't. But I'm saying to stop the negativity and create the thirst, so the motherfucker don't have no choice but to drink.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And that's why I always tell people, y'all better be glad I'm not a dope dealer, because if I was, you'd be dead. You know what I'm saying? Your shit, you see how I pump this shit every motherfucking day?
Yeah, turn that looks like it.
Hold on, man. Y'all see?
Yeah,
y'all see how
live we are.
Hey, y'all see how I pump this shit every motherfucking day? Just think if I went out there for bad. What if I was the person out here?
That's the part
What if I was out here telling people, well, you need to do this, you need to do that on the negative side?
Yeah.
You feel
That's
me?
the part I want to understand, though. I want to understand, because you remember, you and I have been knowing each other for some years.
Yeah, you my dog, bro.
And you remember, I used to tell you, like, man, I came in the game, I really had the love for the independence, and I'm just so tired now. It's
Well,
just
you ain't the only one
it's
that be
just so
saying they
much.
tired of it.
It's just so much. I used to warn you, like, watch out for this,
Yeah.
watch out for that.
Hey, and if
But-
it wasn't for him hooking me up with Shayla, I wouldn't probably be a coalition DJ today.
Yeah,
You know?
I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you tell that one. I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
But I've always believed in that situation.
You know, we all locked in the Carolinas.
Yeah, we are.
Ain't nobody bigger than the next NIGGG.
And that's the thing. We are really now that what you just said is the biggest problem in Carolina.
Yeah.
We are already locked the fuck in. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody know everybody, and we can all do the same thing they did in Atlanta. The same goddamn thing.
The same thing in California. We don't have to go to New York. We don't have to
No.
go to Florida. People are coming to us, man, for the past couple of weeks. I had people from Miami and Columbia, South Carolina, where I've been DJing at, because they say they see the progress.
Yeah.
They see the motion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have people from Alabama. This young lady from Alabama, she's super huge, man. Gia. Her name Gia. Y'all sitting on my page, got thousands of likes on my shit.
A lot of DJs are gonna get angry with what I'm about to say, but I don't give a damn. At the end of the day, you have really held the South Carolina independent culture together.
Listen.
And I applaud you for that.
And that's 10 years plus.
Yeah, you have gone above and beyond. Because you had moments where I thought you should quit.
Look.
Hey,
he said he saw moments where he thought I should.
I said, Surplus, this is enough. This is enough.
They don't want to come. They don't want to do this.
They don't want to do it.
Hey,
but I'm gonna tell you,
I don't worry about who don't want to do it. I worry about who do want to do it. So if
man,
there's one person in my facility where I'm DJing at, it's gonna be a motherfucking movie.
This man literally told me, Tessalini, strong arm, I'm gonna keep believing.
Right.
I hear what you're saying. I'm listening to you, but I'm gonna keep believing.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. I don't worry about the local people at all. I got people in California. I got people in St. Louis. I got people in Chicago. I got people in Milwaukee, Minnesota. I got people all over on here watching these opportunities. So it's bigger than just this area, this little chair right here, this little house right here. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that. Right. So stop.
Y'all see how he took a shot at me? It's bigger than this little house.
Right. And you said it's the little house. Hey, it ain't okay. The big house. Yeah. But listen, man.
Why don't we play at my tiny house like that?
Right. Yeah, the tiny
house.
I'm sorry, the tiny house.
Why you take a shot at the tiny house?
But I'm just trying I'm just trying to let them know it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, when y'all see them at the tiny house and they're sitting right there in front of the big house, then, you know, y'all can laugh about that too.
Then they get it.
They'll laugh about that too, bro.
They're supposed to. That's the whole point.
Right.
But that's kind of the point I was making, is entertainment. And sometimes
we're entertaining right now.
Yeah, sometimes people don't do it right. It's a lot of people out there that, like, you know, they kind of go too far trying to get a rep. You know what I'm saying? So let's move forward. I've seen you post multiple times on religious levels.
Yeah. I love God.
Yeah, we getting there. We getting there. Slow down.
Hey.
We getting there. My question is, because of the fact that I have definitely, and I'm speaking from my observation.
Yeah.
I can't talk for everybody else.
Right.
Nobody said shit, told me that. I'm talking from my observation. How do you feel about God? Because before you answer, because I've seen posts where you really show a lot of, like, faith.
Yeah.
And then I've seen other posts where you seem to have questions.
Oh, there's a lot of
questions. Now, there's nothing wrong in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with questioning the works of God.
I don't question God because that's blasphemy.
Well, it's supposed to be, but I ain't gonna lie, I do.
I do. You know,
so if I'm wrong,
I question myself.
But my question is, like, how do you feel about God? Because, you know, I have seen posts where you kind of feel like, well, I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna say I've seen posts where you look like you're not about God. I'm gonna say I've seen posts where you kind of questioning people's observation of God or people's movement through God.
Well, all I am is a man of truth, man. I'm just a humble servant, a vessel brought here to change the world one person at a time. And God, to me, is me. You feel me? So there's a spirit bigger than me that, you know, guides me in a positive manner. You know, I don't think God is like a lottery ticket. You know, I don't think God is something like a lucky rock where you can pray about, get on, tell a lucky rock you want to get $100,000 and
Right.
go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think the best verse out of the books that the humans made was the best verse was faith without works is dead.
Right.
That's the best verse that y'all created as human beings. Because, me personally, like I said, I'm solar system, man. And I'm more Anunnaki type. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit further back because I look at things 20,000 years, 200,000 years behind before what they did to you in 1681.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at things, year 3030 versus the year 4040. I'm thinking about what things gonna look like for you at that time. DJ
Right.
Surplus, solar system, best DJ.
So, what gives you the confidence that you have? And I like that answer too, by the way. That was a good answer. I see you have a lot of confidence, and with confidence comes haters. What gives you the confidence you have, and how do you feel about the people that don't like you?
Number one, I've always been a winner my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when it comes from running the little thing to get a little blue ribbon, hey, Surplus had the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So when you've been winning all your life, hey, when negative stuff come to you, you overcome it.
Right.
Winners overcome negative environments, negative, interferences.
Right.
So you just got to stay away from negativity the best way you can. I mean, hey, ain't nothing wrong with walking away. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
see, that's a hard thing to do. Now, and I hate to seem like I'm making everything the interview longer, but at the end of the day, it's like you kind of touching on a lot of situations that need to be known.
Yeah.
How did you get that patience? Because the average person can't just deal with the things that you deal with.
Well, I was born 10-10, bro. I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra. That's me. So I'm 10-7.
So when you 10-10, 10-7, 10-11, 10-1, on up to whatever the 10-10, whatever the Libra ends at, you protected by God.
You are knowledge completion, family equality. If I'm not mistaken.
You protected by God.
In the God numbers.
You need to learn. They need to learn about Nikola Tesla. And I want somebody on this viewing audience to go make a song about Nikola Tesla. Bring it to me, and we're going to rock that motherfucker, man. We're going to get millions off of it. Holler at me. I got some ideas. And, hey, I promise you, if we make a song about Nikola Tesla, talking about free energy and the real energy that's within us because we're all electric, you know what I'm saying, and free motion, the reason why they let them go is because they couldn't tax it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
JP Morgan said, man, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? You messing up my money. Just like Donald Trump told the Pope, I don't need you. You messing up my money. You feel me? Donald Trump, like, look, man, go mind the business that pays you, bro. Leave us alone. I got Iran under wraps.
Do you think that Trump is a gangster?
Hell yeah, a gangster. Hey, but he ain't no dope dealer. He a gangster. You know why I say he ain't no dope dealer? Because he talk on the phone and he talk too much.
Yeah, he talk too much. He tell too much information.
Right. So he a gangster now, but he ain't no Bumpy Johnson.
Right. Let me see, man. You answered all these questions rather good. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Oh, I got one for you.
All right.
So you've been in this independent game for a long time. So I have to ask you a question that's going to put you in somewhat of a spot.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Out of all of the independent artists you dealt with, who is the best one? Who
number one
is your favorite?
Will probably be Shy Kelly. Because that girl right there, that's your cousin.
Yeah.
Look, but I ain't saying it because it's cousin.
No, it literally is.
Shy Kelly been with us.
She's watching this live, she's going to be like, who, what? Oh, yes,
Shy, Tessalina Kelly, they said
literally
the same
Shy
way.
Kelly cousin. Yeah.
But look, man, Shy Kelly is one of the top artists in the world to me. All she needs is more exposure and, proper management and, money to get behind her, to if Gotti would have got behind her before he got behind down Glorilla, it would have been the same shit.
Right. And that's a big thing, man. That's a huge thing, Shy Kelly. That's a big situation. Yeah. The man said out of all of the artists he done dealt with, you know what I'm saying, you the favorite top on his list.
Yeah, I'm right.
What do you feel an artist needs to do to get that call, to make that happen? Like, where do you think everything is missing at right now in the industry, in the independent industry in South Carolina? What is your opinion of where the problem is lying in?
The problem is lack of funding and lack of we're the blind leading the blind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the lack of true industry people like providing the guidance to, like Antonio Harrison is locked in with Zaytoven right down there in Atlanta, Georgia. That's our people, you see what I'm saying? And he's a good source to get, through the doors of this industry. You know what I'm saying?
But what's stopping us though? It seems, because I'm gonna be honest now. First of all, let me go ahead and clear one thing.
Yeah.
I'm very upset that you and the other artists don't recognize all the people that have made it out of Carolina already. We gotta stop saying one day we gonna make it. We have made it already. There are a lot of Carolina art, like not just artists, athletes, artists. There are a lot of people out of South Carolina that made it. I think, and this is just my opinion, that we are holding ourselves back when we keep saying one day we gonna make it. I feel like we have, when you look at the list of athletes and artists that have made it from South Carolina right here that are not really mentioned, it is a huge list. It's almost bigger than any other state out there.
Oh, South Carolina got the best athletes in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
John Abraham.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop. And this is just my opinion, you all. I feel like we will go forward when we start acknowledging the fact that we're already up there.
Oh, we there.
Versus us saying who's gonna be the next. No, we already got next. People got.
I think my personal, I want a record. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to be Barry Gordy this shit.
You got everything you need. What's stopping you?
What's stopping me is probably about 1.5 million. So if you watching this right now and you want to cash out $, DJ Surplus, $5 to $1,000 towards that 1.5 million so that I can break a record in the Carolinas, you're more than welcome to do that. Other than that, you can be laughing and giggling like you're doing.
So you saying, all in all, because I know we out here kicking the bullshit, but I'm really listening to what you're saying.
I'm not kicking no bullshit, bro.
No, when I say kicking the bullshit, we chilling. We cooling out.
We having
a real live, my partner conversation. Right. Y'all just get a chance to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, to me, it feels like you're not just really saying you in general. It sounds almost like you're saying we need investors out here to break this music. Right. To break this music, we need more investors.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, in the early 2000s, right, when they were having like the South Carolina Music Awards and all those things, I was involved in a lot of those things. And they really, back then, I'm not going to say names because I don't want to expose nobody. A lot of hustlers out there that would put their money into certain artists. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And back then, if you look at the 2002 to 2008, in the South Carolina independent scene, it was massive.
Okay.
You had myself, Tessalini, you had Zambrano, you had 48 Yacht, you had Lily Bad Bad, you had Lil Broad,
K. Smith,
you had Lil Rue, you had Collard Green, you had Mr. Flip. I'm talking about, dog, like South Carolina was fucking nasty.
Yeah. Juvenile there coming in.
Yeah, but
Cash Money.
But see, we didn't even, like, South Carolina, you had Snoop the Rockstar. Like, you had so many cats. And I'm just naming Columbia.
Right.
The Charleston niggas was rocking.
And that's coming back.
They was killing.
All that's back. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My pants sag and all that. Like, they was murdering the scene.
Yeah.
Right? So, back then, you had the finances. You had these cats that was really putting money in. They was doing it. But and I know where it went wrong, but I'm not going to get into that because this is your interview.
Yeah.
But I know where it went wrong.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this much. We got to do better. When South Carolina artists get signed, and you find out they get signed, You gotta put the bullshit
aside.
and I know this person and I don't fuck with such and such
Right.
to the side.
Right.
Because let me explain something to you all artists out there, and this is Tessalini speaking. I've been around for a long time. We talking about 26 years
Pay
in this
attention,
bitch.
pay
We
attention.
talking about. I was one of the pioneers that helped the South Carolina independent scene get the where it's at. So I helped create this shit, and I watched it go from one level to the next level to the next level, and we got to the level where everybody was getting signed. But one problem came in, and for those who don't know, I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. South Carolina industry, the music industry, back in the 90s. So if y'all want to do some shit to show somebody something, you better get on your shit and show your ass, because they've already blackballed us long ago. And I got this from one of TLC managers from back in the day. That's some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look.
Which means we got some work to do, and you got the right DJ with surplus to get the. Everybody needs to step up with the finances, because back in the early 2000s, that was
I only mentioned one
make.
artist. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say Vanessa Young. I ain't even
Right.
say Otto Red.
Right.
I ain't even say Jameer Double X. I ain't even say Met G. I ain't even say Shorty Wop. I ain't even say all the artists out there. I ain't even say Ray Lowe. I ain't even say Yinko Hendrix.
Right.
I ain't even say all these people's names, man.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking thousands and thousands. I'm talking about Jay Darty, man. I'm talking about Love Lee. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. I mean, I could sit here and just name. I mean, and they all on 83.9 FM. Their music is spinning. They supporting the DJ. And they got good quality work. So any name that I mentioned in this interview, book them. Like I said, Miss Tip, book them. Jew on the Beat, book them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all I'm here to do is get somebody heard. And like you said, if you want to invest in me, just go $, just hit $, DJ SURPLUS, and just send $5 or $1,000.
Any donation will do.
And what I'll do is, make sure you get, your tax information, so you can do it that way. Yeah, because everything is about business in this world, man. So if you need to promote your business on 83.9 FM, lock in. You want to get you want to do a week for 20, or you want to do, and they do sponsor. We got Kim Wiley. She sponsors people out there. Gnarly Barbie, she sponsors people out there. Barbie. They take their own money and get behind an artist that might not have $20 or $60, and they do it themselves. So if you want to send a couple dollars for that, say, hey man, I want to sponsor somebody this week for $20. $, DJ Surplus. I want to sponsor somebody for a month. $, DJ Surplus 6. Easy. All you gotta do is email me and sure that you want on the radio. Like this right here. This is Locomotion. This is coming out of Phoenix, Arizona, by Scrooge McBucks, who's from Columbia, South Carolina. So this dude is a legend in the Carolinas, living in Phoenix, Arizona, and he puts his music on the radio.
So tell us your station again.
83.9 FM.
My question. Does 83.9 have any significant importance to it?
Yeah, very significant. And if you're from Columbia, South Carolina, and you don't know why I chose 83.9, it means 839, which is the newest area code in the Carolinas, in Columbia, for the state of South Carolina. So 839 is the area code for Columbia, South Carolina.
Stop it.
It's the newest area code for Columbia, South Carolina, and I'm always ahead of the curve, never behind the curve, because we break the curve, man.
You kind of made me mad with that. I've been hitting for a long time.
Yeah. Hey, we 839. Hey, join the club, man. 839 everywhere you go. What? Look at
Surplus actually said it first. We were discussing it. I was wondering, but clearly it's official that I'm assuming that I will be Tessalini Strong on Kelly on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And make sure y'all ready for it.
FM.
He gonna be broadcasting. He got political stuff going on in Philadelphia.
It's politictainment, so
yeah,
I'll be giving political conversation as long as entertain, as well as political news, entertainment news, as well as conversation.
Right.
You know, we ain't gonna
let the camera know so they can see you right there, bro. Tell them what you got going on. They can see you right there.
So listen, I'm gonna be on 83.9 FM. Tesla Strong on Kelly, the chairman. I'm gonna be sharing information as far as news from Philadelphia, different parts of Pennsylvania, as well as Columbia, South Carolina, and all surrounding areas, because I'm truly 803 in all other area codes, original area codes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with the new area code, 83.9.
Yeah, 839.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a Columbia area code.
So you can find me, man, 83.9, politictainment. You know, like I say, it's basically a news show, but we're gonna have a lot of conversations also. Tune in, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Tesla Strong on Kelly. You already know what it is.
And you see, we're working, man. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. You know, we are broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and motherfucking Live 365 right now. We are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on 83.9 FM. Yeah. DJ Surplus. Just Google that shit. 83.9 FM.
So I'm gonna ask you one more question, and then I'm gonna get you to say something with it.
Yeah.
Next question. How do you feel about your true feelings of, I'm always trying to show love, I'm always trying to be for the people, but you got groups of people talking shit just because? How do you feel about that?
Man, one thing I've always told people, man, don't worry about what somebody else say about you unless it's true. And if it's true, then that's something you're going to have to handle. You're going to have to either get right and do the best you can to, build and mend the relationship, or you're going to have to stop fucking with that person. You see what I'm saying? But if it ain't true and you know it ain't true, right, don't even address the shit. Why? Why would you?
Because when you show say with me this real quick, man. Together, we rise.
Yep. Together, we rise.
Together, we rise.
You see what it said? Emancipate yourself mentally, from slavery. It's over, Hey, don't look at me as the bad guy. I ain't the one out here committing genocide on everybody. I ain't the one out here keeping people broke. I ain't the one out here part of the 10% of the wealthy. Hey, I'm out here trying to build something. So stick with a person that's out here trying to build something, man.
Give a shout out to the Rise People Petition.
Hey, one time for the Rise People Petitions, man. DJ Surplus. Hey, I support everybody doing right by the people, man. Let's go.
This is DJ Strong with DJ Surplus. Strong way.
Let's go.
We out.
You see what it is. Let's get it. Yeah, little motherfucking table, man. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, we do this shit, bro.
That was a good one, boy. That was a good one.